Crypto has a huge problem. Yes, I am bullish out there on certain crypto projects, but as a whole, we got to start talking about the elephant in the room. Let me show you guys something. How many of you out there watch CoffeeZilla? He puts out some really good content. I'm a huge fan. I'm actually subbed on my personal account to him. He is obviously not the biggest fan of crypto, not the biggest fan of NFTs, and he makes a really good case with this video. And what I want to bring to point here is that there right now are 232,000 views on a video that's not even 24 hours old, and it describes the biggest problem with crypto. Let's take a watch.
The year is 2022 and the world has changed. Magic internet money is here, ladies and gentlemen, and yield farming, it's a crypto thing now. So
yep, yield farming, crypto, magic money, market caps, all right? Essentially what ends up happening in this interview, and I'll play a little bit more later, and don't worry, I'll have it linked in the description below. They talk to, Sam Friedman, all right? And Sam Friedman, he's on a podcast, and they're talking about his interview on the podcast, and basically Coffee says, hey, Sam, what you basically just explained, Ponzi scheme. Yep. Sam Friedman, let's do this. Let's find the clip and I'll play it for you.
This way, you might think, for instance, that in like 5 minutes,
yep, 5 minutes, you could create a token, all right, and put it out there, and it's worth what?
It should be worth like $180 or something market cap for like that, that effort that you put into it.
So that same token out there, he's basically talking about right now, if you were to do that, Twitter gets a hold of it. Now that token is all of a sudden worth 20 million. Why? Market cap. Okay. The price goes up. We know what happens with SHIB. We know what happened with all the early pump and dumps. What about SafeMoon? That was another one. So just hear me out.
Box token. Maybe it's cool. If you buy a box token, that's going to appear on Twitter and it'll have a $20 million market cap.
On the mystery token.
Red flag 3. My man just said, maybe in your world, a box that does nothing can't be worth $20 million, but in my world, 20 million minimum. And this is sort of where things go full.
So, you know what? Let's go big screen. Using the video for fair use. Huge fan of coffee. But here's my point, all right? That video has a ton of views. And when Sam describes market cap, he basically says, hey, you go on the computer, 5 minutes later, you build a token, you get someone on Twitter to talk about it, boom, you got $20 million. Now, they're referring to $20 million market cap, but we all know if everyone were to start selling, the price would just go down, the market cap would start shrinking real quickly, right? Same thing with NEO. Remember that article I had, and I'll put it up on the screen behind me. Remember that article I showed you where NEO had a bigger market cap than GM? Yeah, a company that hadn't made a single vehicle is worth more than GM. I told you guys this whole market cap thing would be a big deal. Now let's explore some more. And now remember, Coffee, he's pretty cynical, and he's also probably not the most bullish on crypto, but seriously, legit dude, great research. But look at how he sums up this point to crypto. And he's got a lot of viewers that are into scams, they're into cyber technology, into stuff like that watch his channel. And watch the viewpoint and the summary they get of crypto right here.
20 million minimum. And this is sort of where things go full Ponzi, we don't even try to hide it. Money goes up because more money goes in and more.
Full Ponzi. And that's what I've heard a bunch about. Yep. Is crypto a Ponzi scheme, right? Well, you put more money in, money goes in, value goes up. And that's kind of what Sam described. The problem is that's also what IPOs are. Companies that haven't even gone public yet. Or what about ICOs? What about crowdfunding? You're putting money into something with the hopes of yielding something in return. See, and you know what? Let's go big screen. Now let's Coffee. I respect the guy, does really great content, huge fan of his. But when he describes it that way, right? I think we have to start looking at, wait, what about stocks? Right? What about an IPO? Okay, think about that. Companies going out there, they're going to go public, they sell shares, they haven't even delivered. Most of these IPOs out there, these companies haven't even delivered on crap for a product. It's just an idea. Kind of like a token, right? So people invest in that with the hopes that the value goes up because more people invest in it over time and that the company yields a product. Wait, you mean just like crypto? So when Coffee is sitting there and talking about all these cryptos and Ponzi schemes, and when he's saying, hey, that Sam described it like that, the problem is a lot of these legacy people are failing to look past the technology and look at the finance and the funding mechanism of these tokens. They're pretty much identical to stocks, to IPOs. So as much as I am bullish out there, trust me, I'm bullish Stellar, I'm bullish other cryptos out there. But the problem is you have channels like this that are putting a definite divide between IPOs and cryptos, which is really weird. And don't get me wrong, I understand cryptos aren't regulated. But a lot of these IPO companies, a lot of these pharmacy tech companies that sprung up during the Rona, got crazy valuations of 100, 150 million. They only had an idea. They didn't even have a single product. I don't know. And so what was that? The early investors put money in. Well, more people put money in because it caught, wind because there was some public attention. More people put money in. Wait a minute. That's on the stock market. So is the stock market a Ponzi scheme? If you like this content, awesome. You should really then like this stuff that I'm putting out right here. A little bit different vibe, but you might dig it. And also, you're welcome to check out other Stellar and crypto content right here. Catch y'all later.